Welcome to our tutorial on creating and editing on-demand reports within Brightmetrics ShoreTel reporting services. This is one of several video tutorials we've done to help in using the ShoreTel reporting services. You'll be able to see other available videos at www.brightmetrics.com/support, or you can use your browser to navigate to our main website at brightmetrics.com and click the support link in the upper right-hand corner. Often, being able to see a chart is advantageous for seeing trends, patterns, and anomalies. For those times, we have our dashboard area that we continue to improve upon within Brightmetrics services. Other times, you might want to share a table report within your company and be able to view raw data for analysis. For that, we've created our on-demand reporting. This tutorial will cover creating and editing on-demand reports. To learn how to navigate, share, and schedule on-demand reports, please see our video titled Using On-Demand Reports. This video assumes you have create and edit on-demand reports permissions within the Brightmetrics system. If you don't have access to that, your company administrator can assign it to you if it's appropriate. We'll start out in the on-demand reports section from the sidebar menu. Taking a look at the structure of the Create Reports area, we see the data sources broken out into sections. As we add new data sources, they will appear here and be available for reporting. These are the same data sources that you will see in the dashboard and charting areas. As we get into on-demand reporting, you'll see that the fields and information for which you can create reports are the same ones that you can create charts around as well. Under each data source header is italicized options for creating new reports. In most data sources, you can create both a summary and a detail report. But there are some, like media stream and trunk data, in which only summary data is available. In addition to the ability to create a new report from blank canvas, we offer some pre-built templates and are adding more periodically. These are selections under the italicized items in the data sources. You can run these reports as they are, or you can modify them and save them as new reports. First, let's start by building a report from scratch. We'll select New Summary Report under the ShoreTel call data to build a simple report. The first thing to notice is that you can see all the data fields that you can add to your report. If you don't know what one of them is, you can simply hover over the field and a tooltip will tell you what it is, and if appropriate, it will offer a use tip for that field. I'm going to create a report that's primarily categorized by date and has a subcategory of party name. I do this by simply dragging the fields onto the report area. And I'm going to have call type as the columns. For available values, I'm going to add call count and average duration. And just so I don't pull too large a report, I'll filter on call date time for the last 30 days by clicking the filter icon next to the call date time, selecting relative date and entering 30 into the field. When we run this report, clicking Preview Report, we see what we would expect to see. The first column is organized by the full date field and subcategorized by the party name, which is sorted alphabetically. The columns across the top of the report are the call type, and under each column we see values of call count and average duration that we added to the report. If you wanted the primary category to be party name and the subcategory to be date, you'd simply drag party name above the date field and preview the report again. To make the report a little more useful, let's tweak it a little further. Let's assume for this report that I only care about inbound and outbound calls and not extension to extension or tandem calls. We can filter on the call type field, select multiple values, and click inbound and outbound and apply. Now when we preview reports, the only two columns for call types are inbound and outbound. This is a good report, but maybe you don't need to run a report for everyone in the company. Let's filter on the party name, and we'll select multiple, and we'll filter on myself, Andrew, and Daniel. Clicking Preview Report now I'm looking at a call summary report for those three users over the last 30 days. I can drill down into the data by selecting any level. If I drill down onto the party name, I get detailed information about every call, still sorted by the subcategory of date. Whereas if I drill down on the total field, I get the detailed information about the same calls, but it is not categorized by date. This is great if I want to do some column sorting and take a look at the data as a whole. And I can also drill down into any specific day and see the details of the calls from that day. From any of these drill downs, I can print this detail to a printer or to a PDF. I can export it to a CSV suitable for importing into Excel or another data analysis tool. And also from the report, I can select any individual call, and the system will return a complete graphical cradle-to-grave report on that call. Back at the report page again, from here, I can print this report, I can email this report, and I can save this report. Let's save it and title it Call Volume by User/Date. Now you can see that it is saved in my saved report templates. And when I select it down here, it puts me in view mode for this report. You can see in view mode, we don't show the field lists. It's a very simple view of the parameters of the report. These are all the filters I set on the report, and if I want, I can run it like this, or I can change the filters and run it. But if I'm going to share this report with other people in the company, I may want to lock some or all of these filters down. For this report, let's assume I'll share it with people that should see only these 3 users, and I only want them to see inbound and outbound calls, but they can run the report for whatever time frame they choose. Let's go back into edit mode. I'll click the pin next to call type and party name, but I'll leave the call date time parameter unpinned. Then I'll hit save, and I'm brought back to view mode. Notice that in view mode I can now change the call date time, but the other 2 parameters of the call type and party name are fixed and cannot be changed. If you share this report with other users with view-only permissions, they'll be able to run this report with any time range, but only these users and call types. When you go into the view mode for a template, it asks questions about parameters you want on the report. You can answer those and run the report, or you can go into edit mode and change the report how you'd like. If I decide I don't need call duration on this report, I simply drag it off, and now I can save the report using the Save button. And it'll show up in my Saved Report Templates area. You cannot overwrite the built-in templates. You can see that the on-demand reporting area is a powerful report builder. It's also where you can share, schedule, and email reports that you've created. To learn how to do that, please see our video titled Using On-Demand Reports. Thank you for viewing another in our series of tutorials on Brightmetrics ShoreTel reporting services. You can see other tutorials on our website at brightmetrics.com/support. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at support@brightmetrics.com.